And welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I have a quick DIY home decor update that you can do for draperies to customize them even further. So stay tuned in and watch the
Here
entire
with the
video.
windows, and what I'm going to address on today is not the actual window, it is the drapery. The drapery is not a problem with the drapery. What it is when you're opening and closing them, and I don't want to continue to put my hands on them opening and closing mine, or go to a store and pick up some uh, curtain rod or curtain openers. I'm not going to do that because you know me being Chanel, that I love to work with my hands, and if there's another way that I can come up with it at a more budget friendly option. And I know you can hardly see me, that's because I'm right next to the window, and the light is behind me, so it's reflecting towards you all. I came up with this idea for making the rods to open and close my curtains, opening and closing them even if you don't want them open all of the way, but you still want some of the light to be infused into the room softly through the curtains, because I didn't line them. So with that being said, I wanted to be able to open and close them without touching the curtains continuously every time I go to do that. So I came up with this idea. Sort of picture of the actual rods that you can purchase online or at your local stores. You can get them for as low as about $6 each. I wanted to make my own, so they were unique to me. Picked up these dowels, these wooden dowels, from my local hardware store a few weeks ago. I had this idea in mind when I did pick up the dowels. I picked up these for these curtains, this window in this space. The idea here is, as you can see here, they are very long. So what I'm going to do is use my miter box and cut them in half.
I had to have something to attach to the actual rod to attach it to the curtain, and that will be these teacup holders that I picked up also at the local hardware store. And they, of course, are in gold, but they do have them in bronze and white. To using the miter box and the saw to cut the wooden piece in half. The wood is already pre-cut at 48 inches, and by cutting it in half, each piece of course will measure 24 inches, which will give me the perfect size that I need for the project for each one of the windows. To make sure that the cuts are straight and clean, I'll take my time lining it up with the miter box and sawing it carefully in half. And once the wood is cut, I'll set it aside and prepare my drill for the next step. Switch out the drill bit for one that is suitable for making small pilot holes, pre-drilling it. And this is a bit of an important step because it helps prevent the wood from splitting when I'm inserting the teacup holder inside of the stick or the dowel. And it makes the process much more easier, and it'll definitely give me a more secure fit for the teacup holder. After drilling the hole, I'll test the fit and make sure everything lines up. With the holes drilled and everything prepped, I'll give the wood a light coat of paint, and my goal is not to fully saturate the entire surface with the paint. I just wanted to create a soft, natural finish that allows the wood's texture to continue to peek through color. This part of the project, you'll need a needle and thread. If your curtains already have grommets, the process is going to be a little bit simpler. You could simply attach the T-hook in the back of the curtain right on top of the or inside of the grommet, and then you'll be all set. But for my project, since I am customizing the drapery, I'll be using invisible thread because I want a clean, seamless look without the stitches being noticeable. I'll carefully sew the teacup holder to the back of the curtains, placing it along the edge to keep it secure and, of course, to keep it discreet so you don't see it. And with that, I'll take my time and definitely ensure that each of the attachments look very neat and professional as you can imagine. Once the teacup holder is in place, I'll move to the favorite part, which is adding a touch of gold. If you know me, you already know how much I love incorporating gold accents into all of my projects, just touches of gold. To keep with the theme, I'll use a small section from a string of decorative beads, which I already had, and attach it to the curtain rod holder closer, the drapery rod closer. That's not the proper name, using hot glue, but this golden detail will give the curtains that elegant and custom look, adding just the right amount of flair, again without overpowering the entire look. So when everything is complete, I'll step back and admire my finished project. Will these drapery pull rods look stunning? I have created them for a fraction of the cost of store-bought sets. There's something so satisfying for me with creating with my hands and crafting a beautiful project, a functional piece. So as always, stay inspired, motivated, keep moving, creating something beautiful. If not for yourself, then definitely do it for someone else. This has been Chanel, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.